Loni Anderson, beloved television star best known for her role on WKRP in Cincinnati, died on August 3, 2025, at the age of 79 from metastatic uterine leiomyosarcoma, a rare and aggressive form of cancer. Her passing came just 2 days before her 80th birthday. Television: The life and career of Loni Anderson. Breakout role: Anderson rose to fame in the late 1970s as Jennifer Marlowe, the smart and glamorous receptionist on CBS's WKRP in Cincinnati. Her performance earned her Emmy nominations and made her a household name. Hollywood presence: beyond WKRP. She starred in shows like Partners in Crime and Nurses and appeared in films such as Stroker Ace alongside then-husband Burt Reynolds. Public persona: known for her blonde bombshell image, Anderson also became a symbol of resilience and grace, especially in her later years. Dove, final days, and cause of death. Date of death: August 3, 2025. Location: Beverly Hills, California. Cause: metastatic uterine leiomyosarcoma, a rare cancer that forms in the muscles of the uterus. Death certificate: her husband, Bob Flick, was listed as the informant. Burial: Anderson was laid to rest at the historic Hollywood Forever Cemetery within a week of her passing. Broken heart tributes and public reaction. Family and friends: her longtime publicist Cheryl J. Kagan described her as a radiant spirit who brought joy to millions. Fans remember: tributes poured in from fans who remembered her wit, warmth, and iconic presence on screen. Legacy reflections: many recalled her advocacy for COPD awareness and her candid discussions about aging in Hollywood. Glowing star, enduring legacy. Cultural impact: Anderson's portrayal of Jennifer Marlowe challenged stereotypes, showing that beauty and intelligence could coexist. Hollywood forever. Her burial at Hollywood Forever Cemetery places her among other entertainment legends, a fitting tribute to her enduring influence. Personal strength: her openness about personal struggles, including her marriage to Burt Reynolds, made her a relatable figure beyond the screen. Loni Anderson's death in August 2025 marked the end of a golden era in television. Her charm, intelligence, and resilience left a lasting imprint on pop culture, and her memory continues to shine through the roles she played and the lives she touched. Jerry Adler, the veteran character actor and Broadway director best known for his roles in The Sopranos and The Good Wife, died on August 25, 2025, at the age of 95 in his home in Connecticut. His cause of death was natural age-related complications. Performing arts: a career spanning stage and screen. Broadway beginnings: Adler began his career behind the scenes, working as a stage manager and director on Broadway productions like My Fair Lady and The Apple Tree. Television fame: he gained widespread recognition as Herman Hesh Rabkin, the Jewish mob consigliere on HBO's The Sopranos. His calm demeanor and sharp wit made him a fan favorite. Later roles: Adler continued acting into his 90s, appearing in The Good Wife, The Good Fight, and Transparent, often portraying wise, understated elder figures. Dove, final days, and cause of death. Date of death: August 25, 2025. Location: his home in Connecticut. Cause: natural causes related to age. Family statement: his family described him as a man of quiet brilliance, whose humor and humanity touched everyone he worked with. Broken heart tributes and public reaction. Hollywood remembers: colleagues from The Sopranos and Broadway paid tribute to his professionalism and warmth. Fans reflect: viewers shared memories of his nuanced performances, especially his ability to bring depth to supporting roles. Broadway salute: the lights of several New York theaters were dimmed in his honor, a tradition reserved for stage legends. Glowing star, enduring legacy. Craftsmanship: Adler was known for elevating every scene he was in, whether on stage or screen. Mentorship: he mentored young actors and directors, often emphasizing the importance of humility and preparation. Longevity: his career lasted over 7 decades, a testament to his adaptability and talent. Jerry Adler's death in August 2025 marked the passing of a quiet giant in American entertainment. He may not have always been center stage, but his presence was unforgettable, and his legacy lives on in the stories he helped tell. Danielle Spencer, Actress best known for her role as Dee Thomas on the classic sitcom What's Happening, passed away on August 15, 2025, at the age of 60 in Los Angeles. Her death was attributed to complications from breast cancer, a disease she had battled for years. Clapperboard the life and career of Danielle Spencer. Breakout role. Spencer rose to fame in the late 1970s as Dee Thomas, the witty younger sister of Roger on What's Happening. Her sharp comedic timing and memorable one-liners made her a fan favorite. Later appearances. She reprised her role in the 1980s sequel series What's Happening Now, cementing her place in television history. Beyond acting, Spencer pursued a career in veterinary medicine, becoming a licensed veterinarian while occasionally returning to acting. Dove, final days, and cause of death. Date of death, August 15, 2025. Location, Los Angeles, California. Cause, complications from breast cancer. Health journey. Spencer had been open about her health struggles, including surviving a serious car accident in the 1970s and later her cancer diagnosis. Broken heart tributes and public reaction. Co-stars remember. Castmates from What's Happening. Shared heartfelt tributes, recalling her humor and warmth on set. Fans reflect. Audiences remembered her as the sassy little sister who brought joy to their childhood TV screens. Community impact. Her dual careers in entertainment and veterinary medicine inspired many, showing resilience and versatility. Glowing star, enduring legacy. Cultural impact. Spencer's portrayal of Dee Thomas remains iconic in African-American television history. Personal strength. Her ability to balance fame with a professional career outside Hollywood highlighted her determination and independence. Inspiration. She leaves behind a legacy of perseverance, humor, and compassion for both people and animals. Danielle Spencer's death in August 2025 marked the loss of a beloved actress whose work touched generations. Her legacy lives on in the laughter she sparked and the lives she cared for, both on screen and in her veterinary practice. Robert Redford, the legendary actor, director, and environmental activist, passed away on September 12, 2025, at the age of 88 at his home in Sundance, Utah. His cause of death was complications from heart failure. Clapperboard the life and legacy of Robert Redford. Hollywood icon. Redford rose to fame in the 1960s and 1970s with films like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, 1969, The Sting, 1973, and All the President's Men, 1976. His charisma and naturalistic style made him one of the defining actors of his generation. Directorial success. He won the Academy Award for Best Director for Ordinary People, 1980, proving his artistry extended beyond acting. Sundance visionary. Redford founded the Sundance Institute and Film Festival, which became the most influential platform for independent cinema worldwide. Dove, final days, and cause of death. Date of death, September 12, 2025. Location, his home in Sundance, Utah. Cause, complications from heart failure. Family statement. His family described him as a man of vision and integrity, whose love for storytelling and nature shaped everything he did. Broken heart tributes and public reaction. Hollywood remembers. Actors and directors across generations hailed him as both a mentor and a trailblazer. Political leaders, environmental groups, and leaders praised his lifelong commitment to conservation and climate activism. Fans worldwide. Audiences mourn the loss of a star whose films defined eras and whose activism inspired action. Glowing star, enduring impact. Cultural influence. Redford embodied the golden age of Hollywood while championing independent voices, environmental advocacy. He was a tireless advocate for protecting wilderness and addressing climate change. Legacy. His dual contributions to cinema and activism ensure his place as one of the most impactful figures of the 20th and 21st centuries. Robert Redford's death in September 2025 marked the end of a remarkable life that blended artistry, activism, and vision. His legacy lives on in the films he made, the festival he built, and the causes he championed. Charlie Kirk, the conservative activist and founder of Turning Point USA, was assassinated on September 10, 2025, at age 31 while speaking at Utah Valley University. His death sent shockwaves through political circles and ignited a wave of tributes, controversy, and conspiracy theories. The rise of a conservative firebrand. Founder of Turning Point USA, Kirk launched the youth-focused conservative organization in 2012, becoming one of the most prominent voices on college campuses and social media. Debate culture. Known for his Prove Me Wrong campus tours, Kirk challenged progressive students and built a loyal following among young conservatives. Political influence. A close ally of President Donald Trump, Kirk frequently appeared at rallies and conservative conferences, shaping right-wing youth discourse. Dove assassination and cause of death. Date of death, September 10, 2025. Location, Utah Valley University, Orem, Utah. Incident. Kirk was fatally shot in the neck by a sniper using a Mauser Model 98 rifle during an outdoor debate event. Shooter identified. Tyler James Robinson, 22, was arrested and charged with 10 counts, including first-degree murder. Medical outcome. Kirk was pronounced dead at 12:23 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Broken heart public reaction and memorials. Erica Kirk's response. His widow, Erica Kirk, delivered an emotional live stream 2 days later, vowing to keep his legacy alive. "No one will ever forget my husband's name, and I will make sure of it." Family and children. Charlie and Erica married in 2021 and had 2 young children. Massive memorial. Tens of thousands attended his memorial at State Farm Stadium in Arizona, where President Trump called him immortal and others hailed him as a martyr. Cultural reverberations. Celebrities like Jenny McCarthy and Megyn Kelly credited Kirk's death with sparking personal spiritual awakenings. Fire legacy and controversy. Martyrdom narrative. Many on the right framed Kirk's death as a political assassination, fueling debates about free speech and ideological violence. Conspiracy theories. Figures like Candace Owens and Jack Posobiec clashed over theories surrounding the shooter's motives, causing rifts within conservative circles. Erica Kirk's political rise. In the wake of his death, Erica Kirk emerged as a rising figure, with some Trump allies reportedly encouraging her to run for president in 2028. Charlie Kirk's death in September 2025 marked one of the most politically charged assassinations in recent U.S. history. Whether viewed as a martyr, provocateur, or symbol of ideological division, his legacy continues to shape the conservative movement and the national conversation. Giorgio Armani, the legendary Italian fashion designer and founder of the Armani Empire, passed away on September 5, 2025, at the age of 91 in Milan, Italy. His death was attributed to natural causes related to age. Necktie. The life and legacy of Giorgio Armani. Fashion icon. Armani revolutionized menswear in the 1970s and 1980s with his unstructured suits and minimalist elegance. His designs became synonymous with power, sophistication, and timeless style. Hollywood influence. His clothing defined the look of films like American Gigolo and The Untouchables, and he dressed stars from Richard Gere to Cate Blanchett. Global brand. Armani built a fashion empire that included haute couture, ready-to-wear, cosmetics, hotels, and home interiors, making him one of the most successful designers in history. Dove, final days, and cause of death. Date of death, September 5, 2025. Location, Milan, Italy. Cause. Natural causes related to age. Private passing. Armani died peacefully in his sleep, surrounded by close family and longtime collaborators. Broken heart tributes and public reaction. Fashion world mourns. Designers like Donatella Versace, Tom Ford, and Miuccia Prada hailed him as a visionary who redefined elegance. Celebrity tributes. Stars including Julia Roberts, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Beyoncé shared memories of wearing his designs and praised his quiet brilliance. Global memorials. Milan hosted a candlelit tribute in Piazza del Duomo, while Armani stores worldwide displayed black banners and signature white roses. Glowing star enduring impact. Design philosophy. Armani believed in less is more, favoring clean lines, neutral palettes, and understated luxury. Cultural legacy. His brand became a symbol of refined taste, worn by politicians, actors, and royalty. Philanthropy. He supported medical research, LGBTQ+ rights, and environmental causes through the Armani Foundation. Giorgio Armani's death in September 2025 marked the end of an era in fashion. His legacy lives on in every tailored silhouette, every red carpet moment, and every quiet gesture of elegance. He didn't just dress the world, he reshaped how it saw itself. Diane Keaton dead at 79. What happened? Diane Keaton, cause of death explained. The final bow of Diane Keaton. The morning sun filtered through the curtains of Diane Keaton's Brentwood home, its golden light dancing across her magnificent hat collection. Her dog, Reggie, padded lightly across the floor, sniffing at a stray scarf that Diane always left lying around. October 11, 2025 felt like any other day until the world would awaken to tragic news. Diane Keaton is dead. Dawn of a legend. Born Diane Hall on January 5, 1946, in Los Angeles, she adopted the surname Keaton when she pursued her dreams on stage and screen. Over the decades, Diane Keaton's movies became cultural touchstones. The Godfather trilogy, as Kay Adams, Annie Hall, which won her the Academy Award for Best Actress, Baby Boom, The First Wives Club, Something's Gotta Give, Father of the Bride, The Family Stone, and so many more. She worked often with Woody Allen, starring in Annie Hall, Sleeper, Love and Death, and more. As the world now speculated, did Diane Keaton die, and is Diane Keaton dead? The answer was heartbreakingly clear. Yes, Diane Keaton died on October 11, 2025, at age 79. The tragic morning. Before her death, how did Diane Keaton die? Or what did Diane Keaton die of? These questions loomed large. A family spokesperson confirmed her passing, but the cause of death has not been released. In the early hours, the Los Angeles Fire Department responded to a call from her home at 8:08 a.m. local time. Dispatch audio reporting a person down. Paramedics transported an individual to a nearby hospital, believed to be Diane Keaton. Even so, how did Diane Keaton pass away? Remains undetermined. Speculation swirled. Was it a sudden cardiac event? An undiagnosed illness? Nothing was confirmed. Friends close to Diane said her health declined very suddenly in the months leading up to her death. Many in her inner circle, they say, weren't even fully aware of the severity of her condition. Life beyond the headlines. Despite the confusion around her death, her legacy was unmistakable. She never married, though she was romantically linked with Woody Allen, Warren Beatty, and Al Pacino over the years. Later in life, she adopted 2 children, named Dexter and Duke. Fans often wondered, is Diane Keaton related to Michael Keaton? The answer, no, it's just a coincidence of last names. Over her long career, she earned respect not only for her acting but for her style, authenticity, and willingness to take creative risks. Roles in The First Wives Club, Father of the Bride, The Family Stone, Something's Gotta Give, and many others cemented her place in Hollywood's pantheon. Her net worth had long been a topic of curiosity. Though exact figures vary, it was believed she had amassed considerable wealth from decades of successful films, writing, directing, and property. No confirmed up-to-date value yet reported. Her final film was Summer Camp, 2024, released just before. Jane Goodall, the pioneering primatologist and global conservation icon, passed away peacefully in her sleep on October 1, 2025, at the age of 91 while on a speaking tour in California. Her cause of death was cardiopulmonary arrest. Monkey, a life dedicated to understanding and protecting nature. Early breakthroughs. Jane Goodall began her groundbreaking study of wild chimpanzees in Tanzania at age 26, without formal scientific training. Her unorthodox methods, naming chimpanzees and observing them closely, revolutionized primatology and challenged long-held beliefs about the divide between humans and animals. Scientific legacy. She discovered that chimpanzees make and use tools, hunt cooperatively, and display complex emotional behaviors, findings that reshaped our understanding of animal intelligence and ethics. Global influence. Goodall's work led to the founding of the Jane Goodall Institute, which promotes conservation, animal welfare, and youth empowerment through programs like Roots and Shoots. Dove, final days and cause of death. Date of passing, October 1, 2025 location, California, during a speaking tour. Cause: cardiopulmonary arrest. Legacy message: her team shared that Jane's final wish was for her followers to build the compassionate world she envisioned. Green Heart Global Mourning and Tributes. Worldwide grief. The news of her death reverberated across continents. Tributes poured in from scientists, environmentalists, and youth leaders inspired by her message of hope and action. Celebration of life. The Jane Goodall Institute hosted memorials in Tanzania, the UK, and the US, each emphasizing her enduring impact on conservation and education. Quotes remembered: her famous words, "What you do makes a difference," and "You have to decide what kind of difference you want to make," were shared widely as a call to continue her mission. Globe showing Europe-Africa enduring impact. Cultural icon. Goodall became a symbol of environmental activism, appearing in documentaries, books, and global campaigns. Youth empowerment. Her Roots and Shoots program continues to engage millions of young people in over 100 countries. Scientific inspiration. Her legacy lives on in the new generation of field researchers who blend empathy with rigorous science. Jane Goodall's death in October 2025 marked the end of a remarkable life, but her vision for a more compassionate, sustainable world remains a guiding light. She didn't just study chimpanzees, she taught humanity how to listen to nature. Ace Frehley, the original lead guitarist of Kiss and the iconic Spaceman, died on October 16, 2025, at age 74 following a tragic fall at his home studio in Morristown, New Jersey. His cause of death was blunt trauma injury to the head due to an accidental fall. Guitar: The rise of a rock legend. Kiss founding member. Ace Frehley co-founded Kiss in 1973, helping shape the band's explosive sound and theatrical image. His space-themed persona and electrifying solos became central to the band's identity. Signature style. Known for his smoking guitar and lightning bolt motifs, Frehley's playing on tracks like Shock Me, Cold Gin, and Rocket Ride earned him a cult following. Solo success. After leaving Kiss in the early 80s, Frehley launched a solo career with albums like Frehley's Comet and Anomaly, showcasing his gritty vocals and hard rock sensibilities. Dove, Final Days, and Cause of Death. Date of death: October 16, 2025. Incident: Frehley suffered a fall down the stairs at his home studio, leading to a brain bleed. He was placed on life support before his family made the heartbreaking decision to let him go. Medical examiners report. Official cause of death was blunt trauma injury of the head due to an accidental fall. Broken heart reactions and tributes. Family statement. We are completely devastated and heartbroken. We cherish all of his finest memories, his laughter, and celebrate his strengths and kindness that he bestowed upon others. Gene Simmons' controversial remarks. Simmons suggested Frehley's bad decisions contributed to his death, sparking backlash. He later softened his tone, acknowledging Frehley's essential role in Kiss's legacy. Funeral, held with an open casket, attended by Paul Stanley, Peter Criss, and Gene Simmons. Simmons described it as emotionally overwhelming. Glowing star legacy and influence. Rock Hall of Fame. Inducted with Kiss in 2014, Frehley's contributions to rock music were formally recognized. Influence. Guitarists across generations cite him as a major influence, especially in glam and hard rock. Persona. His Spaceman character remains one of the most iconic in rock history, blending sci-fi flair with raw musical talent. Ace Frehley's death in October 2025 marked the loss of a true rock original. His riffs, persona, and rebellious spirit helped define an era, and his legacy will continue to echo through arenas, headphones, and hearts. D'Angelo, the influential R&B singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist, passed away on October 20, 2025, at the age of 51 due to cardiac arrest at his home in Richmond, Virginia. Musical note: the life and legacy of D'Angelo. Neo-soul pioneer. Emerging in mid-1990s, D'Angelo helped define the neo-soul movement with his debut album Brown Sugar, 1995. His blend of gospel, funk, and R&B reshaped the sound of modern soul. Iconic work. His 2000 album Voodoo became a landmark in R&B, earning him a Grammy Award for Best R&B Album. The single untitled, How Does It Feel?, with its unforgettable video, cemented his place in pop culture. Later career. After a long hiatus, he returned with Black Messiah, 2014, a politically charged and critically acclaimed album that proved his artistry remained vital and fearless. Dove, Final Days and Cause of Death. Date of death, October 20th, 2025. Location, Richmond, Virginia. Cause, cardiac arrest, health struggles. D'Angelo had faced health challenges and periods of withdrawal from the spotlight, but he remained a revered figure in music until the end. Broken Heart tributes and public reaction. Musical community. Artists like Questlove, Erykah Badu, and Maxwell praised him as a visionary who changed the trajectory of soul music. Fan mourning. Fans across the world shared memories of his concerts and the deep emotional connection his music fostered. Family statement. His family described him as a man of profound spirit and unmatched talent, whose music will live forever. Glowing star enduring impact. Influence. D'Angelo's sound inspired a generation of artists, from Frank Ocean to Anderson to Pac. Cultural legacy. His work bridged the gap between classic soul and contemporary R&B, keeping alive the traditions of Marvin Gaye and Prince while pushing boundaries. Timeless music. Songs like Brown Sugar, Lady, and Untitled remain staples of R&B playlists worldwide. D'Angelo's death in October 2025 marked the loss of a rare talent whose artistry was both intimate and revolutionary. His voice, grooves, and fearless creativity continue to echo in the music of today and tomorrow. Dick Cheney, the 46th Vice President of the United States, died on November 4, 2025, at the age of 84 due to complications from pneumonia and cardiac and vascular disease. His passing marks the end of one of the most influential and controversial careers in modern American politics. Dick Cheney, architect of power, defender of doctrine. Final days and family statement. Cheney passed away peacefully surrounded by family, including his wife of 61 years, Lynn Cheney, and daughters Liz and Mary. His family released a statement confirming his death and cause. He died due to complications of pneumonia and cardiac and vascular disease. A career defined by power. Born in 1941 in Lincoln, Nebraska, Cheney's political ascent began in the Nixon and Ford administrations, where he served as White House Chief of Staff. He later represented Wyoming in Congress and became Secretary of Defense under President George H.W. Bush, overseeing Operation Desert Storm. But it was his tenure as vice president under George W. Bush, 2001 to 2009, that cemented his legacy. Post 9/11 strategy. Cheney was a driving force behind the war on terror, advocating for the invasion of Iraq and expanded surveillance powers. Executive power. He championed a robust interpretation of presidential authority, reshaping the balance between branches of government, controversy and criticism. His role in authorizing enhanced interrogation techniques and defending indefinite detention drew sharp criticism from civil liberties advocates. Personal life and health struggles. Cheney battled heart disease for decades, surviving multiple heart attacks and undergoing a heart transplant in 2012. Despite his health challenges, he remained active in political discourse, often defending his administration's decisions with unwavering conviction. He is survived by Lynn Cheney, author and conservative scholar Liz Cheney, former congresswoman and vocal critic of Donald Trump. Mary Cheney, political consultant and LGBTQ+ advocate. Public reaction. Tributes poured in from across the political spectrum. Supporters hailed him as a master strategist and steadfast patriot. Critics remembered him as a symbol of unchecked executive power and militarized foreign policy. Former President George W. Bush called him a man of deep intellect and fierce loyalty. Legacy. Dick Cheney's legacy is complex and enduring. He reshaped the vice presidency into a powerful policy engine, wielded influence with surgical precision, and left behind a blueprint for executive authority that continues to shape American governance. Whether viewed as a protector of national security or a polarizing architect of war, Cheney's impact on the 21st century is undeniable. His death closes a chapter on a political era defined by conviction, secrecy, and the relentless pursuit of power. Actress Diane Ladd, beloved Hollywood icon and mother of Laura Dern, passed away on November 3, 2025, at the age of 89 due to acute on chronic hypoxic respiratory failure, following years of battling interstitial lung disease. Rose the life and legacy of Diane Ladd. Hollywood career. Diane Ladd was an Oscar-nominated actress, known for her powerful performances in films such as Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, 1974, Wild at Heart, 1990, and Rambling Rose, 1991. Her career spanned decades, with roles that showcased her versatility and emotional depth. Family ties. She was the mother of actress Laura Dern and the former wife of actor Bruce Dern. Her family connections were deeply intertwined with Hollywood history, and she often collaborated with her daughter on screen. Awards and recognition. Ladd earned 3 Academy Award nominations and won a Golden Globe. She was celebrated not only for her acting but also for her resilience and advocacy in the arts. Dove, final days and cause of death. Date of passing, November 3, 2025, just weeks before her 90th birthday. Cause. Her death certificate confirmed acute on chronic hypoxic respiratory failure, a condition where the body struggles to maintain oxygen levels. This was compounded by her long-term battle with interstitial lung disease. Health struggles. Ladd had spoken publicly about her health challenges in recent years, but she continued to work and inspire until the end. Broken heart family and public reaction. Laura Dern's tribute. Laura Dern described her grief as compounded by other losses in 2025, including director David Lynch. She admitted she has not fully processed her mother's death, saying, "I just haven't gotten there yet. I haven't let myself be in it yet." Bruce Dern's reflection. Her ex-husband Bruce Dern also paid tribute, calling her profound talent and a cherished part of Hollywood's golden era. Public mourning. Fans and colleagues remembered Ladd as a fierce, empathetic performer whose work left a lasting mark on American cinema. Clapperboard legacy in film and culture. Artistic impact. Ladd's performances often explored themes of resilience, vulnerability, and strength. Generational influence. Through Laura Dern, her legacy continues in modern Hollywood, bridging classic cinema with contemporary storytelling. Cultural memory. Her passing sparked renewed appreciation for her contributions, with retrospectives highlighting her most iconic roles. Diane Ladd's death in November 2025 closed the chapter on a remarkable life, but her artistry and spirit remain alive in her films, her family, and the countless audiences she touched. Reggae legend Jimmy Cliff, the voice behind Many Rivers to Cross and star of The Harder They Come, passed away on November 24, 2025, at the age of 81 due to complications from a seizure followed by pneumonia. Musical notes. The life and legacy of Jimmy Cliff. Early life. Born James Chambers in St. James Parish, Jamaica, on July 30, 1944, Cliff adopted his stage name in the early 1960s and quickly became a pioneer of ska and reggae. Musical breakthrough. His songs Hurricane Hattie and King of Kings marked his entry into the Jamaican music scene, thanks to mentorship from Derek Morgan. Global fame. Cliff's career exploded with hits like Many Rivers to Cross, Wonderful World, Beautiful People, You Can Get It If You Really Want, and his cover of I Can. See Clearly Now. Film stardom. His role in the 1972 film The Harder They Come introduced reggae and Jamaican culture to international audiences, cementing his place as a cultural ambassador. Dove, final days, and cause of death. Date of passing, November 24, 2025. Cause. His family confirmed he died after a seizure and subsequent pneumonia. Last conversation. Just weeks before his death, Cliff spoke with longtime friend Derek Morgan about recording a new song together, a dream left unrealized. Broken heart family and public reaction. Survived by. Cliff was father to 19 children, a fact that underscored his role as both a musical and biological patriarch. Tributes. Dancehall star Buju Banton called him a true father and mentor, while fans worldwide mourned the loss of a man who carried reggae across borders. Laura Dern. Style grief parallel. Much like Diane Ladd's daughter Laura Dern, Cliff's children expressed profound sorrow, with his youngest, Lilty Cliff, performing at his official celebration of life. Microphone legacy in music and culture. Cultural impact. Cliff was instrumental in bringing reggae to the world stage, paving the way for Bob Marley and countless others. Awards and recognition. He received Jamaica's Order of Merit in 2023, one of the nation's highest honors, Celebration of Life. On December 17, 2025, Jamaica hosted a national tribute at the National Indoor Sports Center, featuring performances from Beanie Man, Nadine Sutherland, and his daughter Lilty. Jimmy Cliff's passing in November 2025 marked the end of an era, but his music, songs of resilience, joy, and defiance, continues to inspire across generations. His voice was not just reggae's soundtrack, it was Jamaica's heartbeat shared with the world. Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer-Reiner, a Hollywood tragedy. On December 14, 2025, Hollywood was shaken by the sudden and violent deaths of filmmaker Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle Singer-Reiner. The couple was found in their Brentwood, Los Angeles home, and authorities are investigating the case as a double homicide. Discovery and investigation. Emergency responders arrived at the Reiners' residence around 3:30 p.m. following a medical aid call. Inside, they discovered the bodies of Rob Reiner, 78, and Michelle Singer-Reiner, 68. Both had sustained fatal stab wounds. The Los Angeles Police Department's Robbery Homicide Division is leading the investigation. Officials confirmed there were no immediate signs of forced entry. The couple was reportedly discovered by their daughter, Romy Reiner. Authorities have not announced any arrests or identified suspects, though family members are being interviewed as part of standard procedure. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner will determine the official cause and manner of death. Rob Reiner, a storied career. Born in New York City in 1947, Rob Reiner was the son of comedy legend Carl Reiner and actress Estelle Reiner. He first rose to fame in the 1970s as Michael "Meathead" Stivic on All in the Family, a role that earned him multiple Emmy Awards and brought political debate into American living rooms. Reiner later became one of Hollywood's most respected directors, with a string of classics that defined modern cinema. This is Spinal Tap, 1984, Stand By Me, 1986, The Princess Bride, 1987, When Harry Met Sally, 1989, Misery, 1990, A Few Good Men, 1992. His films blended humor, drama, and moral inquiry, leaving a lasting cultural imprint. Michelle Singer-Reiner. Michelle Singer-Reiner, a photographer and producer, was a steadfast partner in her husband's career and activism. Married in 1989, the couple shared 3 children, Jake, Nick, and Romy, and were often seen together at premieres, political events, and philanthropic causes. Public reaction. The news of their deaths prompted widespread grief. California Governor Gavin Newsom called it a heartbreaking loss. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass described the tragedy as devastating for our city and nation. Actors, directors, comedians, and political figures across generations paid tribute to Reiner's artistic legacy and civic engagement. Friends and collaborators gathered near the Brentwood home, visibly shaken by the loss. A legacy cut short. Rob Reiner's career spanned more than 5 decades, shaping American film and television with stories that challenge audiences as much as they entertain them. Michelle Singer-Reiner was his constant companion, supporting his creative and advocacy work. Their deaths represent not only a devastating personal tragedy, but also a profound cultural loss. As the investigation continues, millions mourn the passing of a storyteller who helped define the cultural conversation of his time. Gil Gerard, beloved star of Buck Rogers in the 25th century, passed away on December 16, 2025, at the age of 82. His wife, Janet, confirmed he died in hospice care after a brief but aggressive battle with a rare cancer. Fans and colleagues remember him as a charismatic actor who brought warmth and humanity to science fiction television. Gil Gerard, a sci-fi icon's final journey. Discovery and passing. Gil Gerard died on December 16, 2025, at age 82, in North Georgia. His wife, Janet Gerard, announced the news on Facebook, sharing that she was by his side when he passed away in hospice care. Gerard had been battling a rare and viciously aggressive cancer, which progressed rapidly in the days leading up to his death. In a posthumous message prepared by Gerard himself, he reflected on his life. "My life has been an amazing journey. The opportunities I've had, the people I've met, and the love I have given and received have made my 82 years on the planet deeply satisfying." Career highlights. Gil Gerard was best known for his role as Captain William Buck Rogers in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979 to 1981. The series became a cult classic, blending campy sci-fi adventure with Gerard's charm and humor. His portrayal of Buck Rogers helped redefine science fiction television for a generation of viewers. Beyond Buck Rogers, Gerard appeared in numerous TV movies, series, and guest roles, building a reputation as a versatile actor who could balance action with heart. Personal life. Gerard was married to Janet Gerard for 18 years. He is survived by Janet and his son, Gib Gerard, from a previous relationship. In his final message, Gerard emphasized the importance of living fully. Don't waste your time on anything that doesn't thrill you or bring you love. Public reaction. Fans across the world expressed grief, recalling how Gerard's Buck Rogers shaped their childhoods. Tributes highlighted his warmth, resilience, and openness about life struggles. Colleagues remembered him as a generous presence at conventions and fan events, always willing to connect with admirers of his work. Legacy. Gil Gerard's death marks the end of an era for science fiction television. His role as Buck Rogers remains iconic, symbolizing both the optimism and adventure of late 20th century pop culture. He leaves behind not only a body of work, but also a philosophy of living with joy, love, and authenticity. For fans, Gerard will always be remembered as the astronaut who brought humanity to the stars. James Ransone, acclaimed actor known for The Wire and It, Chapter 2, died on December 19, 2025, at the age of 46. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner confirmed his death was ruled a suicide. He is survived by his wife, Jamie McPhee, and their 2 children, Jack and Violet. James Ransone, a life of talent and turmoil. Passing and investigation. Date of death, December 19, 2025. Age, 46. Cause, suicide, confirmed by the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner. Authorities responded to a distress call at his Los Angeles home. No foul play was suspected. His wife, Jamie McPhee, shared a heartfelt tribute on Instagram, writing, "I told you I have loved you 1,000 times before, and I know I will love you again. Thank you for giving me the greatest gifts, you, Jack and Violet. We are forever." Career highlights. James Ransone built a reputation as a versatile actor who brought intensity and vulnerability to his roles. Ziggy Soboka in HBO's The Wire, 2003, a troubled character whose arc remains one of the series' most memorable. Eddie Kaspbrak in It, Chapter 2, 2019, where he brought humor and heart to the horror franchise. Roles in The Black Phone, 2021, Bosch, Poker Face, and Annabelle Comes Home showcased his range across genres. Critics often praised Ransone for his raw honesty and dedication to his craft, describing him as an actor who could embody flawed humanity with rare authenticity. Personal life. Married Jamie McPhee in 2017. Together they had 2 children, Jack and Violet, who were described as the center of his world. In a family tribute, friends and colleagues remembered him as deeply devoted to his family, often balancing his demanding career with fatherhood. Public reaction. Tributes poured in from fellow actors and fans, highlighting his gritty realism and emotional depth on screen. A GoFundMe campaign was launched to support his wife and children, describing him as an extraordinary father. Colleagues emphasized his generosity and openness, noting how he connected with audiences and peers alike. Legacy. James Ransone's death is a profound loss for Hollywood. His performances in The Wire and It, Chapter 2 cemented his place as a cult favorite, while his lesser-known roles revealed a performer unafraid of complexity. He leaves behind a legacy of intense, character-driven storytelling and a reminder of the struggles many face behind the scenes. For fans, he will always be remembered as an actor who gave everything to his craft, and as a father whose love defined his life. Tatiana Schlossberg, a voice for climate and truth, gone too soon. Passing. Tatiana Schlossberg, journalist and author, died in December 2025 at the age of 35. The daughter of Caroline Kennedy and Edwin Schlossberg, and granddaughter of President John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, Schlossberg's death was confirmed by family representatives. Details surrounding her passing have not yet been publicly disclosed, but tributes have poured in from across the media and political world. Career and contributions. Tatiana Schlossberg was known for her incisive reporting and commitment to environmental issues. She worked as a reporter for the New York Times, covering climate change, energy policy, and environmental justice. In 2019, she published Inconspicuous Consumption: The Environmental Impact You Don't Know You Have, a critically acclaimed book that explored how everyday choices, from technology to fashion, affect the planet. Schlossberg's work was praised for making complex scientific and policy issues accessible to general audiences, blending clarity with urgency. Her writing reflected a deep belief that journalism could drive awareness and accountability in the fight against climate change. Personal life. Tatiana Schlossberg was born in 1989, the second of 3 children of Caroline Kennedy. She married George Moran, a physician. In 2017, friends and colleagues described her as thoughtful, witty, and deeply committed to her family. Despite her famous lineage, Schlossberg carved out her own identity as a journalist, often emphasizing that her work was about amplifying science and truth rather than legacy. Public reaction. Tributes from fellow journalists highlighted her courage in tackling climate issues at a time when misinformation often clouded public discourse. Environmental advocates praised her book and reporting as tools that helped ordinary readers understand their role in global sustainability. Family members released a statement honoring her passion for truth, justice, and the planet we all share. Legacy. Tatiana Schlossberg's death at just 35 represents a profound loss not only to her family, but also to the broader world of journalism and environmental advocacy. She leaves behind a body of work that challenged readers to see the hidden consequences of modern life and to act with awareness. Her legacy is one of clarity, conscience, and courage, a reminder that even in a short life, one can spark conversations that ripple far beyond their years.